Hi my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. And this is a shopping haul. This is the first shop of the new month after payday, and I am changing it up again. So this month we are using cash for our shopping. So I thought about it long and hard, and I've tried various different ways of shopping. I do always seem to spend about the same amount of money roughly. I do go over budget most months, but usually not by a lot. But yeah, I thought I would withdraw the cash. Hopefully I've just slotted in a little video of me leaving the cash machine with £100 in my hand. And for, I think I've mentioned before, for the first 2 years of living here, I always did an online shop. And I did quite a big shop, spending around £50–60, going through all of the cupboards, the freezer, the fridge, and not necessarily putting on the list things that I had already run out of, but thinking ahead about things that I knew I would run out of and getting those in advance. So mainly store cupboard ingredients, items, and things like cleaning products, laundry, liquid, that kind of thing. Potatoes, a few bags of potatoes, a couple of milks, heavy stuff, getting it all delivered and sort of having a good start off for the month. Within that shop, I normally always bought a beef mince because I can rarely get that reduced, to be honest with you, with a yellow sticker on it, and always bought a pack of prawns for a Thai green curry, which I usually made at some point during that month. I did my online shopping with various retailers. It wasn't always with Sainsburys, because if I did it through Top Cashback, as a new customer, you often got like £8 cash back with, say, Morrison's, or I did a shop in December just gone with Ocado because they had like £25 off of I think it was a £75 spend or something like that. Plus you got your cash back through Top Cashback as well, so that was a really good deal. So yeah, I shopped from Morrison's, I shopped from Asda. I exhausted all the supermarkets last year to get the cash back as a new online customer. And that was, yeah, basically I shopped that way for 2 years. And then I changed it up and started buying a Sainsbury's gift card, which earned me £2 cash back on a £100 gift card. And then last month, I just had the money. I didn't buy a gift card, I just had the money because I'd started going back to Aldi. So all my Aldi spends in sort of mid-March through, once Aldi started opening, that was all sort of in addition to my £100 gift card, because Aldi had been shut for a few months for a refurbishment. So yeah, that's kind of like how I've done it so far since I've lived here. And this month I thought, let's try the final way before I decide how I'm going to proceed. And I've never done it with cash before, so yeah, that's what we're doing. So I've done my first shop, so we're just going to go over to the other side of the kitchen, and I am going to show you what I've picked up today as my first shop for the month. So disregarding the food shop, these were from Marks and Spencer's, should be £6, 75p, and I absolutely adore flowers. White roses, I would say, second favourite. Peonies in any colour are number 1. White roses are number 2. So I got those earlier in Marks and Spencer's, but I bought nothing else in there. So this is the Sainsbury's shopping. And we've got a mixture of yellow sticker bargains, as you can see, and full price items as well. So I've got a loaf of bread there, reduced to 80p, that was half price. Avocados, oh, I'm so happy when I get avocados, and these were actually half price as well. as you can see there, at $1.29. I got some pak choy. Now that was on my list for Aldi because there's a few things that I want to get in Aldi because I know they will be cheaper, and pak choy was on there. But as it was reduced in Sainsburys, I picked it up, and I need to make my Thai green curry probably tomorrow or the next day to get that used up and out of the way. You won't believe I bought more fish cakes. Finally finished the ones that were bought in December, and now I've got some more. But I mean, at $1.49 for two, you can't go wrong. Cheap dinner, and I love those melt in the middle ones as well. Got a little beer battered cod chips and peas ready meal, which will be perfect if I'm on a late shift, and you can freeze that. So $1.99, I don't mind paying that. Imagine what fish and chips would cost from the fish and chip shop. So again, just less than half price. And then I always love this sort of barbecue-y type stuff that Sainsbury's do come summer. I'm sure all the supermarkets have their own versions. I was looking for that sticker. That is from the spring onions. So Chinese style pork loin steak. So I will obviously split these all up and put them in the freezer. £4 down to $1.99. So that's sort of 50p. You've got 4 in there. Works out 50p each. Absolute bargain. And then I've got my spring onions, which were 49. They will probably go in the Thai green curry. Nice big fat ones there. Some strawberries, again half price. I got a pucker pie, a cheese, leek and potato for £1.09, again less than half price. I do love a pie, do love anything with pastry on it. And then some more of their kind of like summer range, soy, garlic and chilli pork skewers, $2.49 from £5. So again, I would just portion those up and wrap them in a freezer bag or cling film or whatever. I mean, I might entertain and use them all, but you know, I do portion things up into individual portions, and I just love this kind of thing with a salad and rice in the summer. So yeah, gonna start getting a little stock up of that kind of thing, hopefully. I was lucky that I had a lift to and from the supermarket today. So I got 2 milk, being quite heavy, 1 for the freezer. I don't know how whole milk and skimmed milk actually freezes, but semi-skimmed is absolutely fine. And then I've got my bagels, and then I have got strawberry jam. I've got some ham because I haven't had any for a while. And then I got some beef mince at full price, but I got the 20% fat one because that is the cheapest. I'll check the price of that in a minute. It's just, I think it's £2.59. And then the prawns, and these are price matched to Aldi at $2.89. So I think that's quite a good price for a bag of raw prawns. And as I said, because I had a lift, heavy stuff, 2 bags of Maris Piper potatoes there to go in the fridge. And don't forget also, guys, at this time of year where we've had the warm weather, I'm not sure if we're going to keep it, but all your bread products, keep them in the fridge if you haven't got room in the freezer, just to save them going mouldy and going off quicker. And the same with your milk, if you've got room in the freezer and you've got more than one that you're currently using, pop it in the freezer for sure. Anyway, we have spent today £34.74, which was about what I was expecting to spend, to be honest. So yeah, that is today's shopping haul. First shop. Oh, I've forgotten the eggs, haven't I? You guys know I always buy large. I always get those. I know cheaper versions are available, and I do sometimes have medium eggs if like my daughter bought me medium eggs, and that's absolutely fine. Of course I'm going to use them, but if I buy them, then I always get the large. Just wanted to check out the price of the mince. I'm not sure if I can see it. I'm pretty sure I'm right in what I've said. No, I can't see it on there, but I'll check it out in a minute. Oh, there it is, guys. £2.95. 2.95, 20% fat. I always drain the fat off it anyway, so I can't see the point of paying all of that extra money for 5% when I drain it anyway. But there you go, that's me. You may be different. But yeah, so that is my shopping haul. I'm glad I've got some yellow sticker bargains to pop in the freezer. And yeah, that's about that. So I've just done a little Aldi shop for a few things that I know are a lot cheaper in there than in Sainsbury's. So I got 2 coffee pods because they are £1.39, so a lot cheaper than elsewhere. And even the supermarket own brand are, I think, £2.70 at the moment for 10 pods. So they are a really good price. So yeah, we'll try to get those from Aldi whenever I can. Picked up some wheat crunchies. I love these. Can't remember the last time I had a bag. So picked those up. The wheat crunchies were £1.49 for 6 bags. Mentioned before that I'm really quite happy with this Anchor spreadable dupe. And it was on offer as well. So I picked up 2 just to save me going back there for a while. Reduced to £1.99. I think I paid £2.09 before, so 10p off of those. Because I've made a couple of cakes recently and used up the 1 kg tub of stalk, I picked up their dupe for that, and that was £1.19 for that one. And then don't ask me why I did it, but I bought some bread flour and some yeast. I see a few people on YouTube making their own bread. I've never done it before, but I thought, you know, it's probably quite a cost-effective exercise. However, me and bread, I'm a big fan of bread. So I can imagine making that and eating it warm with half a tub of Valley Spreadable on the top of it, because that's how I roll. I like a bit of bread with my butter. But yeah, so I picked that up, and the yeast was 65p, and the strong white flour was £1.09. So we spent a total of £13.97, and like I said, I have got a few bits there to sort of last me through. So I need to go to Sainsburys. I want to get some toilet roll, and I want to get a lime for my Thai green curry. So yeah, that's my little Aldi shop. If anybody sees me in the vicinity of a supermarket, please shoot me. You have permission. Now, my daughter is on holiday this evening for over a week, so there's no excuse to be walking past Sainsbury's. I only went in because I'd forgotten toilet roll yesterday, and I wanted to buy a lime for a curry. And look what happened. But my God, have we got some bargains and so much food to see me through the month. I'm absolutely ecstatic at this haul. So where do we start? At the very beginning. Sorry, that is not something you need to be hearing. Okay, look at this massive amount of chicken thighs. So I'm going to get these in the oven this evening, get those all cooked off. £2.49 from £5. Weighs an absolute ton. So many meals I can make from that cooked chicken. Incredible. Over the moon with that. Okay, then we have some sausages. You know I love my Richmonds, guys, but my son will not eat them. And he really does like a toad in the hole, and his girlfriend's favourite dinner is sausage and mash. So if they do come round ever on a Friday evening, if I'm not on a late. I tend to have a lot of lates on Fridays. They can go in the freezer. Look, £4 down to £1.49. I think I mentioned in my other shop of yesterday that I love this kind of barbecue-y type summer range that they have going on in the supermarkets, served with rice, some hummus, some salad leaves. Oh yeah, absolutely love them. So I was super happy to get a couple of packs for the freezer. I've got the sweet chilli one, £4.50 down to less than half price at £1.99. And then we've got the lamb option, the kofta shish kebabs, £4.50, £2.29 at half price. And look what we have here. Salmon on croute again. Oh my God. Over the absolute moon at £2.29 from £5.50. Picked up a little pot of Greek-inspired whipped feta salad. £1.49. I know that's expensive when you think I paid £1.99 for a chicken, isn't it? Oh, by the way, I got a chicken for £1.99. But that with the kebabs and some salad leaves and a bit of rice. Oh my God, just thinking about it, too much to bear. 2 egg custard tarts, less than half price, 49p for a little. That's the only sweet treat. This doesn't look particularly healthy compared to the salmon fillets I can usually pick up in Sainsbury's, but at £1.79 I thought that could possibly do two different risotto dinners on 2 occasions, so I can split that up for the freezer, as I will do with these pork sausages. 89p from £1.79. Burgers, they look a bit of a funny colour, but they always look like that, these caramelised onion burgers. They're never really pink, and they were £1.09 from £4.25. You can see why I couldn't resist. Some asparagus. I love asparagus. It's quite spenny, so I tend not to buy it unless maybe picked up in Aldi. Aldi's, I think, is 99p on offer at the moment, but it is a really small pack. So, yeah, 89p. Super happy with that. Picked up an iced coffee because I'm so thirsty. I've been out for ages in the supermarket, just waiting for those reductions, walking around like a nomad. But it was worth it, and I need a drink as soon as I've finished talking. That's for sure. Something nice and cold. So that iced coffee, that was on offer for £1, that Jimmy's coffee. So yeah, that and the custard tarts were the treats. Naan breads, making a Thai curry, so we'll eat some of that this evening. Oh, there is only one in there, so I've just cut that in half, freeze the other half. Got some carrots, 59p, not particularly cheaper than any, the normal bag of carrots, but they are organic, and I just feel if I can pick up any organic produce at a good price, then yeah, I would love to be in a position to be all organic. But you can only do what you can do. And then some brioche burger buns. I really like these, and they were reduced, not quite half price on these at 79, but yeah, considering I've got some burgers now to go in them. I've not had fresh burgers for ages and ages, so I was really happy to get those and the rolls. That might be my Saturday night dinner with some fresh home cooked chips, and then a bag of salad that will go everywhere for 39p. So yeah, that is everything, and we have spent a total of £28.89, 28.89. So I should have perhaps done the maths before I jumped on here, but yeah, already out of that £100 we've spent loads. But I do feel that I have got absolutely loads of dinners here. God knows what I will get out of that chicken. I'll save those sausages for if and when I have my son round. Then we've got the kebabs, Got quite a few dinners there. I think they do sort of say 3 per serving. I tend to have 2. So that's 3 dinners a pack. That's 6 dinners. That's 8 dinners. That's probably 10 dinners. 12. Yeah, God knows. Yeah, it's going on and on, isn't it? It's going on and on. But you get the gist of it. We've got a few weeks worth of dinners here. Next week I may come unstuck because I'm going to run out of tea bags, both my decaffeinated and my normal Sainsbury's Red Label. So yeah, that's not going to help the situation at all. But really, really happy with all of that. So need to empty out the purse because this was paid for in cash and see what I have got left. And I need to put this away and start cracking on with my dinner, guys. So that's how much we've got left for the rest of the month. Oh dear, how am I going to get through 3 weeks? But I've got shed loads of dinners, as you will have seen. The freezer is absolutely full, and so is the little tiny one out in the garage as well. So we have got plenty to eat. You know, I've got a couple of bags of potatoes, I've got a couple of milks. The only way I'm going to come unstuck will be for tea bags, because I think I mentioned this. I'm going to need my Tetley decaf, and I have tried other brands before anybody says anything. And I don't like them, but I do like the Tetley. So I'm hoping that they're going to be on a Nectar price or on offer somewhere. And with the other tea bags that I use, oh, just getting back to the decaf, it's only 1 cup a day, so a box of tea bags does last me for months. But the problem always comes in the month where you've got to buy them, because even on a Nectar price they can be around about £4, I think, £4.50 maybe. So yeah, we're going to need those next week, and normal tea bags. And then it should really just be bread, milk and potatoes and some fresh veg, topping up as we go. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Again, I don't think it's going to make any difference using cash as opposed to a Sainsbury's gift card, which I've done previously, or just having the shopping money in a separate account. I don't think it's going to make much difference to what I spend each month. I think it's going to work out roughly the same. I normally do go over. I mean, 1 month it was only about £5 something, but other times it's been more like 20 quid. But I kind of set my marker at 100, and if it does end up being more, then it just comes out of other sinking funds money to top it up. And I just think as long as I'm below 130, and that's because that's how much my friend Sharon budgets for hers, and she rarely gets to the 130 mark. So yeah, I kind of feel comfortable as long as I'm less than that, really. But yeah, and I know people do it for a lot less, don't get me wrong, I really do. And we will probably try and do that at some point in the future, do some challenges and see how we can get through the month. So I'm making a Thai green curry for dinner. I have actually still got a portion of this in the freezer, but yeah, never mind. So making that today, which you've seen me do before. Lazy chilies, coconut milk, my little Thai green curry paste that I like. I'm just about to put the chicken in the oven to cook off, and whilst doing so, those 2 apples that I've got left, somebody commented on this morning's video about baking them in the oven and having them for applesauce with pork, and I thought that was a fabulous idea, because applesauce is something I forget to buy, and if I pick up a pork joint, which I often have in Sainsbury's, or pork chops, then that'll be perfect. So I can cook those off at the same time and also reheat the naan bread that I've just bought in Sainsbury's to go with the curry. So there were 12 chicken thighs there, and they can be used for all sorts of things. So yeah, gonna get those in the oven now. Dinner is served. Thai green curry with prawns, pak choy, one of the large spring onions that I got reduced in Sainsburys yesterday, and that was a flatbread that I got in there this evening, not a naan bread, but we're going to have that with it as well. Oh, absolutely starving. Looking forward to tonight's dinner. Used up some more of the potatoes from last week's veg box. 2 of the kebabs from the Sainsburys haul of yellow stickers. And I'm going to have some of this Greek-inspired whipped feta salad and some salad leaves. A true summer dinner in my eyes. However, no sunshine today. So there we have tonight's dinner. The sun has kind of peeped through a little bit. So we've got the reduced price salad, the whipped Greek-inspired whipped feta salad, and 2 of the kebabs, and potatoes from the veg box. So I think it's safe to say that this is a real budget dinner. Veg box and everything else is yellow stickers. So yeah, I can't wait to dive in. The true taste of summer to me on a plate there. So guys, tonight's dinner, we have a jacket potato, and I have some of the chilli that was batch cooked probably a fortnight ago, the very first time I used lentils. It may be longer ago than that. I'm not sure. Definitely at least a couple of weeks ago. I'm using up some of the salad leaves that I got in Sainsbury's the other day, and also this Greek-inspired whipped feta salad is really, really nice. Not something I would ever buy at full price, but when it's something quite tasty that I like the look of, I mean, it's not cheap when you think I paid $1.99 for a chicken the other day. I mean, I get that. But sometimes it's nice just to have something different. And if I bought some feta cheese myself, it wouldn't be as tasty as this. Before I throw that pot away, I'm going to find out exactly what's in it and try and replicate it, because it's absolutely gorgeous. I normally put cheese on top of my chilli and jacket potato, but I haven't this evening just because I've got the feta on the salad leaves there. And yeah, I kind of wish I'd done 2 potatoes now and kept one for lunch tomorrow, because I've got a fair amount there left over. But anyway, that's tonight's dinner, guys. We've got jacket potato with chili con carne, salad leaves, and some kind of prepared feta salad on top to finish. So for tonight's dinner, we have got homemade chips and burger in a brioche bun. So the burgers I bought the other day in a yellow sticker haul. They were the caramelised onion burgers, and I've also got some cheese and fried onion in there as well. Homemade chips, and I've left this out just to show you a little something. Now, the last time I bought seafood sauce, they didn't have Sainsbury's and I had to buy Coleman's. Now, when my friend Sharon and I went to the Chanel exhibition last March, I think it was, we went into the Elan Cafe for something to eat, and we both had burger and chips. And when I opened up the burger, because you know they're massive and you can't fit them in your mouth, I said to her, I said, this has got seafood sauce in it. Normally I would put tomato ketchup or mayonnaise on my roll once it's been toasted and before I put the burger and other bits and pieces in. This definitely had seafood sauce in, and ever since then I've put seafood sauce in my burgers. So yeah, try it guys, it's tasty. And can I just add that I love brioche rolls, burger buns, but they're too fat for the toaster and I always end up burning them. Never mind. Hi guys, welcome back to the kitchen. Today is Sunday and I have been day off today. Sometimes I do work Sundays, but today has been a leisurely one and I am about to start cooking my dinner this evening. And I thought I would have the reduced lamb chops, which I bought back on the 12th of Feb. So I'm really looking forward to those. I've got out a potato gratin that you would have seen me make the other week. I'm going to have half of the asparagus that I bought the other day in my Sainsbury's haul. And then over here we have onion sauce. Now, I love onion sauce with lamb. It's really, really easy to make. That's been in the freezer for a little while now. So I'm going to use that up today with those lamb chops. What I am, well, they're not really chops, are they? I mean, let's face it, cutlets more like. But I might possibly put some mustard and brown sugar on the chops. That is a way that I've often cooked them in the past. Not that I ever have them very often now, but that does, oh, that makes them really, really nice. And I've got some sachets of brown sugar. If ever I do get a coffee in a coffee shop, I tend to grab some brown sugars and bring them home with me, as naughty as that may sound. But yeah, so that's what we're cooking up, and I will be back to show you the dinner when it's ready. And there we have it, guys. Oh, I must say I am looking forward to this. I did put all of the onion sauce on the plate because there's absolutely no point keeping any of that. That needs to be eaten up now it's defrosted. So yeah, onion sauce, lamb chops, asparagus and potato gratin. Get in my belly. Restaurant quality, you know I like to say those words. Restaurant quality dinner, I feel. On a budget. Yellow sticker bargains right the way round. Loving that. Found these tea bags in the cupboard. What a relief. Forgot that I even had them when I was searching around. These were Aldi tea bags that I bought a while ago and I didn't really like them. And I bought some Sainsburys ones and then I just thought, oh, I'll keep those for emergencies. Well, what's that saying my nan used to say? Oh God, what is it? I can't remember. I thought of it just now. Needs must as the devil drives. Because we've got to buy decaf tea bags next week. I don't want to be buying Sainsbury's tea bags as well, because we don't have a lot of money left and we're still right at the beginning of the month really. So yeah, I'm going to be using those tea bags. Really glad I found them. So let's dive in, guys. Salmon risotto for dinner tonight, using the salmon fillets that I picked up with a yellow sticker from my Sainsbury's haul. Bon appetit.